Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. Jarrell here. This is a new format that I hope I can have fun with, and if you guys enjoy, I can keep the format going. So I wanted to try this on the YouTube channel here. Again, my intentions with this YouTube channel are to just have fun and hang out with people. I'm making videos regularly because people ask me for it. So this is a format that I call Wrong Takeaway. And with this format of video, I will view some piece of media and I will take away the wrong things from it. I'll have the wrong takeaway here. Today I'll be taking a look at E.T. This is a movie that came out in the early 80s from Steven Spielberg. If you haven't seen it, if you have a chance to see it, it's fun. It's so different from what we have in media lately. In the 2010s, things were still okay with media. It was getting a bit more and more cynical, but the 20s has been our absolute low point when it comes to creative integrity. And we've become so much more cynical. People view media cynically, and people are making media cynically. And there's a lack of earnest, genuine creativity and honesty, and just focusing on a feeling with modern media. So I've been watching a lot of older media recently, stuff that I haven't seen yet, rewatching a couple old things. And it's been so much fun. But I watched E.T. the other night and I got obsessed with the wrong detail, and that is what gave me the inspiration to try this format of video. So if you haven't seen it, I absolutely recommend giving it a try. It's just refreshing because it's so different from any media that we make these days. It's just a feel-good movie, and it's fun. It's fun to watch. I think it's, maybe it's not as fun if you're used to the sort of mean-spirited, gritty stuff that we have in the 20s. But if you'd like to step away from the mean-spirited, gritty media that we have, then I would recommend having a look at this. So the movie starts out with a Stranger Things reference. The kids are playing Dungeons and Dragons on a kitchen table. We don't see that much, right? It's a group of friends and a kid brother. And this movie is really about a kid who is struggling to deal with his parents' divorce, and then an alien is left behind, and he befriends an alien, and he wants to keep the alien. And there's spoilers. I'll try to avoid spoilers because I recommend watching this. So the kid befriends the alien, but then he has to help the alien get back home. So after the Stranger Things scene, some other stuff happens, and we see the brothers and there's a sister having dinner at this table, and then there's a mom. They talk to the mom. The main character, Elliott, says something that upsets the mother. He sort of talks about their family situation, and everything seems to be going fine. We've seen we've seen scenes of like some sci-fi elements and some supernatural stuff. We have some family stuff. So the story seems good so far. And then this happened. This scene happened, and I'm going to hide my webcam here for just a second. I saw this and I was utterly obsessed, and I could not get this image out of my mind. What is this table? I spent the rest of there's a lot that goes on in this movie. There's a lot of like emotional stuff, and there's fun, there's adventuring, and I don't know what this table is. I have never seen a triangle table, and I would really like to hear from anyone. If you could comment if you know what this is, if you had a triangle table, if you've ever had one at some point. But I've never seen a table this shape in a home before. And I was trying to pay attention to the movie because it's fun, it's interesting, but I could not stop thinking about this. What is this? Why did they go with this table? There's other things going on in the movie. There's E.T., there's all this stuff. There's a shot from later in the movie, from later in this scene, that shows like it's not that they're limited for space. They could have a square table. And I kept thinking, is this because it represents like the family's broken and it feels like they're only half a family because the dad's not there, so they only need half a table because they only have half a family? I don't know. I do know that this is a constructed set from things that Steven Spielberg has said in interviews. This is a set that they built. So they had to have built this table. So is this purposeful? Does the half a table represent half a family because of the divorce? Or is a triangle table just something that was trendy in the 80s? And I'm obsessed. I can't stop thinking about it. there's one more scene. That's the wrong. I was thinking about that the whole movie. And then there was one scene. Okay, so there's spoilers here where E.T. is starting to die, and the shot sequence that it shows that were shown in the movie shows a potted plant, a potted flower that ET, I suppose, synchronized with. I'm just going to use my modern understanding of like video games and special abilities in sci-fi. I'm going to say that ET synchronized, he synced up with a plant that was already dead. And then at some point in the movie, he revives the plant, but now his life force is connected to the plant. And then later on, we're supposed to be shown that, oh, ET's starting to die. But before it sort of shows that, it sort of shows us the plant dying and then ET dying. And the wrong takeaway there is because he synced up to the plant and then the plant started dying again, it caused him to die. So we're sort of using up his life force. And I'm sure that's wrong. I'm sure that's not right at all. But I thought it was funny. I thought that would be a hilarious takeaway if that's what it was, is if he synced up too many life forms and then he sort of like sharing his energy and then the plant just started dying and then it was sort of dragging ET down with him. What's kind of funny is you get to the end of the movie and again, spoilers, ET eventually desyncs with Elliott. He synced up with him, he desynced. But it never shows him desyncing with the plant. So by the end of the movie, E.T. is desynced with Elliott, who's supposed to be his friend, but he stays synced up to the plant. And so I think the wrong takeaway there is that E.T. preferred the plant as his friend because he stayed synced with him. I don't know. That's the wrong takeaway. Anyway, I just wanted to have some fun and talk about a movie that I had fun watching, and I think I took away the wrong things. So let me know if you thought this was fun, if you enjoyed the format and the topic. And I mean, the triangle table, right? I have to know. I have to know if this was something that was trendy in the 80s because I have never seen one. Okay, take care, everyone. I'll see you around. Take care. Let me know if there's any movies or shows you want me to take a look at with this format. See ya.